Good morning, welcome. It's a beautiful Thursday morning. Thursday morning, almost as beautiful as MM. But she's not done with her
makeup.
Is it? What was that? What was that you were applying?
I was applying lipstick.
That's lipstick. What was it, brown?
Yeah, because it's supposed to. So you line your lips to give it like that perfect.
In an alternate life, I'll probably be a makeup artist.
You think?
But not for guys. Welcome. It's great to have you. It's our Artsy Thursday today because, of course, creativity takes center stage, bringing you the finest in art, culture, and inspiration.
So wherever you are, guys, get ready for an energizing journey through entertainment, lifestyle, and everything you love.
Woo.
From stunning artistic showcases to heartfelt stories, we are here to keep you informed and inspired. So we want you to please stay with us as we bring you the very best of the Wake Up Nigeria show.
It's going to be a great show today.
Yes, it will.
We have a chef already here putting stuff together. It's always a wonderful time in our kitchen and all of that, and we will bring you the best of that. My name is Mike Messicano.
And I am MM Ime Okwache. Let's get this show started already. As always, you can catch us live from anywhere in the world. Just head over to our website at tvcentertainment.tv.
GOTV channel 16, StarTimes 121. The terrestrial band will be the ultra high frequency 49, and you can hit us up on social media, all of them at tvcentertainment_.
Remember to use the hashtag, guys, Wake Up Nigeria on TVC to join the conversation. We want to hear from you.
Yep, definitely. The hashtag will be the one to use for engagement and, of course, interaction. We'll kick off with tech this morning. We have Bisola Alabi, a dynamic entrepreneur, EdTech founder and mother of three, who is dedicated to empowering women through tech. We'll be talking about women in tech this morning on the show. And also on Book Chat, we have Dr. Michael Ogo, who is a certified global talent management leader. And today, we'll be having a chat with him. Of course, he's done 6 books and all of that, but we'll be discussing his book this morning.
I dare you, Mike, to put it on.
I'm just,
You want to put it on?
You're telling me to put it on myself. Well, maybe on the DIY someday. I'll do some lip glossing. But hey, come on, just stay with us. We will be right back after this with the news. January is already halfway gone as it is in its 16th day. Good morning and welcome. This is the news on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Mike Messicano. It was a somber mood at the National Arcade in Abuja as top government officials and other dignitaries, led by the Vice President Kashim Shettima, marked the Armed Forces Remembrance Day. The 15th of January every year is set aside to honor the sacrifices of Nigeria's fallen heroes and living legends. Siphon Essien was there to report.
Noticeably absent from the ceremony was President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Bola Tinubu, who is attending an official engagement outside the country.
We shall be witnessing that shortly.
Representing him, Vice President Kashim Shettima took the lead alongside other dignitaries. The Armed Forces Remembrance Day, an annual event, pays tribute to departed compatriots and celebrates the sacrifices of living military veterans. Initially observed on January the 11th to mark the end of the World War I, the date was later changed to January the 15th to honor the end of the Nigerian Civil War in 1970. This year's event retained its traditional highlights, including prayers for the fallen heroes, a minute of silence, the laying of wreath, the symbolic release of pigeons, volleys of gunfire, the last pose, and captivating military drills performed to tunes by the Gas Brigade Band.
This
This year's Armed Forces Remembrance Day continues to stand as a testament to the nation's gratitude and respect for its military heroes, past and present.
President Bola Tinubu met with the President of the United Arab Emirates, Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, during a bilateral meeting on Wednesday on the sidelines of the 2025 Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week. President Bola Tinubu has reaffirmed Nigeria's commitment to fostering global collaboration in building a resilient, equitable, and sustainable future. The president emphasized the importance of collective action in addressing climate change and advancing sustainable development.
The fight against climate change is not merely an environmental necessity, but a global economic opportunity to reshape the trajectory of our continent and the global energy landscape. As leaders, stakeholders, and citizens of our planet, we stand at a crucial and critical junction in human history. To succeed, we must innovate and decisively collaborate as a global community. As Africa's most populous nation and one of its largest economies, Nigeria recognizes its responsibility to demonstrate the required leadership on these matters. We have embraced a vision of sustainability that aligns with global aspiration while addressing the local realities. Our efforts are anchored on three pillars: energy transition, climate resilience, and sustainable development.
In Edo State, Governor Monday Okpebolo has commended men and women of the Nigerian Armed Forces for their gallantry in defending the nation's territory. Governor Okpebolo says the events that led to the Nigerian Civil War should never be allowed to repeat itself.
Serve this nation, and Nigeria will continue to remember them for what they stand for. I pray that their soul rest in peace, and God will grant their family fortitude to bear. I believe Nigeria is united because they laid their life for this country.
The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has established a police anti-money laundering unit, appointing a renowned financial expert, Commissioner of Police, Hyacinth Edozie, with officers of the rank of Chief Superintendents of Police to lead the units in all state criminal investigation departments. According to him, the initiative is a strategic move to strengthen the police's role in national security, specifically in combating financial crimes. He explains that it is also critical in countering the sophisticated methods used by terrorist organizations and other criminal entities to finance their activities. The police announced that it recently made significant arrests in Kano and Nasarawa states. And now let's head up to some sporting stories. The home-based Super Eagles will face holders Senegal, Congo, and Sudan in Group D at the 2024 African Nations Championships. The draw ceremony took place at the Kenyatta International Convention Center, Nairobi, on Wednesday night. The Eagles are making a return to the biennial competition after a 6-year absence. Kenya, Morocco, Democratic Republic of Congo, and Zambia are in Group A. In Group B, we have Tanzania, Madagascar, Mauritania, Burkina Faso, and Central African Republic. Co-hosts Uganda, Niger, and Guinea are in Group C. They will be joined later by two other teams. The competition will be co-hosted by Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. Will start in August.
Thanks for staying with us, people. As you all know, it's our coffee gist, and even though we're not having coffee.
More like what's up and about. Let's tell you what's going on.
Yes, we have
Did
quite a
you-
number of things going on.
You came and you welcome yourself. You're not allowed someone to welcome
Ah, okay,
you.
sorry, no vex.
Yeah, I've already done birthday,
You
so
already
no
did
need.
exactly.
Did you welcome yourself when before you started the birthday?
Mike, it's good to see you.
Yeah,
I love
okay,
green,
so-
so I like it on you.
Oh.
It's nice.
Yeah,
You
they
do?
love the different shades.
You like what you see. Well, you guys have something to tell us here.
Yeah.
Because ladies are in the firing line, and this time is women supporting women in different ways, eh? Okay. Yeah, amen.
So there's this video that went viral recently of the actress, veteran actress, Ngozi Ezeonu.
I love her, by the way.
I love her too.
my.
She was, would I say, chastising
Okay.
two young girls who came for audition.
Okay.
So these girls were
Without underwears, eh?
without underwears.
Without- let's talk
Other than
underwear.
that, they also wore they had crop tops on.
Okay.
So in the video she was chastising them.
Yeah.
She was.
What did she
people
say?
would see it as harassment.
Because I saw the video,
So
but I
in-
didn't listen. I didn't watch
So
it.
in the video, what she said was, she just basically called them out on what they were wearing. Like, how do you come for an audition, bearing without underwear, and your parts hanging out through your clothes?
The nipples.
Yes.
Say it for what it is, man.
Yeah. So basically, she called them out, and she said the way they dressed for the audition was not
I
how
dragged
they
this
should
your
have
hair,
been
it's very
dressed
soon.
for the audition.
Yeah.
And,
Also,
it caused
long
an
story.
uproar,
Yeah.
actually, on
Where do we start now? Yeah. First of all, then when I used to go for a lot of auditions, yeah. When you get the script, even if you don't get it, also what happens is this: if you know what you are going to audition for, you dress for what you are going to audition for. So if you are going to be, if you're auditioning for a role of a taxi driver, a cab driver. In fact, I still remember one particular TVC I did, and it was for a conductor.
You,
This guy-
conductor.
You've not seen that ad? Very one of my best ads. So by the way, so this guy comes in and he rolls up like there's a guy that I got inspiration from. The guy put.
He dressed as a conductor.
He
with
not dressed
dress.
as a conductor. He came in, but when he found out what it was, he ruffled his shirt up. He brought out his hanky was used to carry his towel. Put it all on the head. He rolled up his pants halfway. So by the time he entered,
He was already in character.
He has gotten the...
wasn't
Yes,
character.
he was in
I wasn't
character.
in character. So first of all, yeah, what role were they auditioning for? What if you were auditioning for
Prostitute.
maybe Ladies of the Night or something? Yeah.
yeah.
What if you're auditioning for that? So I don't know about that, you see. But in some ways, you could look at it as both ways. Some people said that maybe it should have been private, maybe. But as an elder, talking to young kids, I don't see anything wrong with that. Maybe there can be issues with the way it was done and maybe the video going public and being viral and all of that, and it might seem embarrassing to the young girls.
Mike, you just took
But
me
yeah.
down memory lane.
Yeah.
I once did a TVC too
Okay.
as a pepper seller.
As a paper seller,
It was Gold Circle.
as it was.
And
Do you have the
I
video
somehow
of
I
it?
remember my
Do you have the
line.
video?
My line was, not to me, now only clean and fine bubbles them I dey follow.
Whoa.
I can't believe, it just suddenly came to me now.
But do you have the video?
I've searched for it. I
If you-
can't find it.
I'll
Very
get to
annoying.
that my conductor own. But yeah, so that's what I think about my beloved Ngozi Ezeonu. I think it wasn't wrong, but maybe it was how it was done because it was made public. It might pass out, it might come out as being embarrassing. But maybe
More
those
like she
girls
was trying to humiliate
dress
them.
for the role they were auditioning for, which they always tell you whenever you're going for an audition, it's best you go early, you dress for what you were meant for. Like there's some people that when you just see, and then you just see
just know this
the
is the person.
person in them without even the person opening
Yeah.
their mouth.
The person is
Do you know how many
already
roles?
carries that character.
Do you understand? Without even opening your mouth. Do you know how many auditions I've gotten that way without opening your mouth just because you dressed for the role?
Yeah.
You didn't even open your mouth.
You know, auditions are like interviews,
Yeah.
right? The only difference is you are embodying another person or another character that you're there to, so you're portraying that person. Other than that, it is an interview. So in some ways, I will agree with her. But also, because I am not exactly a fan of
I said if I'm going for the audition,
Oh, Braz.
you should have
go
been
on.
amongst those three girls. Should have been
I do number
because
three.
I personally feel that they are the most uncomfortable piece of clothing, right? And I also believe that the woman's body it's very beautiful, and there's nothing wrong with embodying it and
This one. You know what
Right,
you
because
like.
I mean, we don't tell the men what to wear. I don't think
Maybe
it's
you
okay
need to
for,
learn
also
from MM.
tell women.
And do what?
You need to listen to
to
MM
wear.
more.
And do what?
I don't know. I
There
didn't
is,
say anything.
you
I said
know,
just listen to
Okay,
MM.
let
This
me-
thing
let
she's
me-
saying
let
now
me- let
is
me-
Yeah.
is wisdom.
So is it true that it
Jesus.
could have made other people uncomfortable, right? Of course, it made her uncomfortable, and I feel that the way she approached it could have been done more privately and more in a more subtle manner. It was too aggressive at
Oh,
those
okay.
ladies. Yeah,
So
not like she was being violent or anything.
Yeah, but
the
I
way
don't
at
understand
which
what
she
you
went,
mean.
it was being
The tone, it
aggressive.
could
It
have
was
been.
being. These are adults we are talking about. They're not children.
But
right?
I hope she gives
So-
them the role after that thing.
Regarding this, my take is, so I'm on both sides
Yeah.
in the sense that on the one hand, I do not see anything wrong in what she did personally. I do not see it, be it publicly or privately. I feel sometimes certain things have to be addressed in certain ways for people to remember it for a long time and to also be more cautious in future. It's very unlikely for such to be repeated in future. That's my thoughts. However, at the same time,
You don't
from
know
the
this
girl's
generation of
perspective,
people.
exactly, oh, that's another angle. But from the girl's perspective, I'm like, okay, what could be running through their minds? They're probably used to dressing that way. That's the way they feel comfortable. They probably don't even know that the way they are dressed
Exactly,
is not
it's
even
wrong. There's anything
right.
wrong with it.
Because these days, so many abnormal things are now seen as normal. So setting them straight is good. Setting them straight, but are they learning what she's saying? Are they really paying attention? Or they are just saying, oh, this old woman, leave us alone.
I'm
Jare."
sure they must
That's
have
another
also,
thing.
gotten similar,
reactions from people. Yeah.
But I mean, that's how you want to dress. That's how you want to dress. I don't think people should tell people how to dress. However, what they say, dress how you want to be addressed. Also, the places you go to, you should dress for those. There are certain occasions that you dress for. If you're going to the office environment, you know that you're supposed to dress, in a very modest manner. If you're going for auditions, well, if you want to act, it depends on the role you want to play. If you want to play a conductor like Mike,
I'm
then
sure
you
there's a
can
lot
hang
to
your
say.
towel on top
Can
of
you
your
imagine?
brain and-
There's a lot to be said about this, but right now we really must take a break. We'll be back in a bit. Stay with us.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the kitchen, people. My favorite part of this show. And if you're just joining us, you are welcome. This is Chef DeRose.
Yes.
Hi,
Good morning. You look really beautiful, by the way.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
And this morning, Chef DeRose will be making chicken cheese sandwich.
Yes.
This is one of my favorite snacks. I'll call it a
Interesting.
snack because it's just something that you could just, put together.
Yes.
And it's not necessarily a breakfast meal. You can have it any time of the day.
True.
And that's what I love about it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the ingredients for our chicken cheese sandwich.
Okay. So you have your chicken breast. It's already seasoned.
I can see that.
Yeah.
A lot of black pepper. Okay.
Then you have black pepper is really good. It's something that most chefs use a
Use,
lot of
yeah.
time. Yeah. Then you have your bread. You have your boiled eggs. Then you have fresh thyme, fresh rosemary, garlic.
Okay.
I love garlic a lot because of the fragrance.
Yes.
Then you have cheese, you have avocado, you have your tomatoes. Then you have your salad leaf, lettuce, and then I have chocolate powder here.
Okay.
And then I have my cream. It's made of mayonnaise, ketchup, honey, black pepper, a bit of chili pepper as well, just to give it some heat.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm
And then-
definitely going to borrow that recipe, the recipe for that. So you have mayonnaise,
Yes,
ketchup, black pepper, chili pepper,
Yes,
and honey.
honey, yes.
Love it. Love it.
Then you have your butter, and then you have your chocolate chips.
Okay.
This is for the drink.
So if you're wondering what chocolates, ingredients are doing on the table, that's because we'll be having hot chocolate
Yes.
Afterwards, right?
Yes.
Alongside with the
Alongside
chicken cheese sandwich.
sandwich.
I love cheese. Anything with cheese in it, I absolutely love it. And of course, I love the incorporation of or infusing the avocados
Yeah.
into it. So it gives that healthy balance.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Absolutely love it. And let's not forget that avocados are really good for you. They might be pretty expensive, but they're good for your overall brain health. So let's get cooking. Where do we begin?
Okay. So I'd like to start with the chicken.
Okay.
Yes, because that's my favorite part.
Yeah, the chicken,
The
right?
chicken.
But it's funny because I love tuna sandwiches instead,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, chicken is quite heavy.
Okay.
Yeah, they're quite weighty. So for a breakfast, I usually would rather go for something light.
Okay, so for chicken breast, it's really light, and then so when you have the chicken breast, it's already sliced into very tiny
very
pieces.
tiny.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's not
okay.
so much.
Okay,
Yeah. So it just has that protein in the meal, kind of gives the whole meal a balanced diet.
A balanced diet,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And I see that here. Because you have like your vitamins and your minerals in the vegetables,
Yes.
like the tomatoes. Tomatoes are very high in keratin, by the way, and they're very, 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 in flavonoids rather. They're very good for the heart and they're good for your eyes. And we have our lettuce also, rich in vitamins. We have our avocado here, which I mentioned earlier on.
Yeah.
Good, gives that, healthy balance. We have our proteins, we have rosemary, chili, garlic, high in antioxidants. They're very, very good
Very, very
for your
good.
immune system.
Very,
so
very good.
please don't
Yeah.
sleep on your garlic, your ginger. Sometimes just do without the seasonings.
So I like to use fresh herbs because
Okay.
it's better than dry. Well, I prefer fresh herbs. Some people prefer dry herbs. Yeah, but I prefer the fresh herbs because it gives it that original flavor. And it just comes in the meal.
I see that.
Yeah.
If you're just joining us, people, you are welcome to the kitchen for today. We have Chef D. Rose, and he's making chicken cheese sandwich alongside with some hot cup of hot chocolate, with a cup of hot
Yes.
chocolate. I particularly love hot chocolates. But if you missed out on the ingredients, they're right there on your screen. They're not there right now, but they were there like a second ago, and you just look out for them. Grab your pen and paper if it's something that you want to make this morning for the kids. The kids are absolutely going to love this. They're quite, they love those yummy, yummy, yummy.
Yes.
Yeah, anything
And
sweet.
yes, true. True, and it's kind of like a fast meal.
Yeah.
It's something that you could do
whip up
yes,
in like
and then
minutes, and you're good to go. I love it. So what are we doing right now?
so now I just added some butter into the pan.
Okay.
So I can stir the chicken.
Okay, that's very, very, you just glazed the pan with
Yes,
the butter.
just glaze. I don't really need so much because
Okay.
the chicken is already in thin slices.
Yeah.
So it's not going to take so much, a lot of time to cook.
Okay, so when does the rosemary and the thyme
It comes
go in?
in with the chicken. So
Okay.
as it's the chicken is cooking,
Okay.
then the rosemary infuses inside the chicken.
okay,
So you
okay.
just have that very
Extra flavor.
Yes.
I love building flavors. And if there's anything that I've learned on the show, especially with our chefs, or
Yeah.
we have a variety of chefs and think they're all amazing, it is how to build flavors, right? I absolutely love building flavors, especially when you're working with herbs, fresh herbs and spices. Yeah. Yeah, I love food. I
So
know.
the dry herbs usually just gives it you most times when you're eating, you will still be having that crunch in your mouth with the dry herbs.
Yeah.
But with the fresh herbs, you have the flavor and not the crunch in your mouth.
Okay, I see that.
So that's really the difference between.
Okay.
So now I'm just going to put it in.
Okay. So that's our thyme and
Yes,
rosemary
thyme,
going in.
fresh rosemary.
Okay.
And then your garlic. Now the garlic is asleep, so
So
I
we're
just,
going to crush it.
yes.
Fantastic. Nice.
So it brings out the juice.
So let's talk about what you used in marinating the chicken.
Just salt and black pepper.
Oh, okay.
Nothing so much.
Okay.
Just salt and black
Okay.
pepper. I really don't want to put so much in the chicken so it doesn't overwhelm the
Other ingredients. Oh,
yes.
okay. Now for the tomatoes, are
Yes.
we just slicing them into
Yes, we're
thin
just-
slices?
Yes, just
and
into
using
things.
them?
So breakfast is very fresh. It has to be fresh. Now most people say it's the most important
Meal of the day, right.
Yeah, but you have to be careful because just like your car, when you start your car, your engines, it takes some time to warm up before you start moving.
yeah.
So if you take breakfast that is really heavy and not healthy, then it becomes the worst meal of the day.
Because it basically just charts the course for how your day goes
Yes.
and how your body responds to every single activity that you're doing for the day.
So if you go wrong with your breakfast, your day can actually go wrong.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. And that's because, I mean, over the years, we have begun to understand the importance of certain foods and the roles they play on our mood.
True. Yes.
And
very
on
true.
our emotional well-being, overall. Not just the physical health, but also our emotional well-being. And well, you know what drives us sometimes.
You know, food has a way of just giving joy to the soul.
Yeah, it says it's you know, it's like they say, it's the way to a man's heart. But you know, for the women, I really
well, right now I think it's also a way to the woman's heart.
It's a way to everyone's
because
heart.
you're already saying that you love cheese.
And I'm excited because I mean I love food. I absolutely love food. I love good food.
So I'm just putting the chicken. No, it's not really going to take time.
Good discussion. All right. Okay, so yeah, we have tech coming up this morning. We have Bisola Alabi, a dynamic entrepreneur, edtech founder, mother of 3 who's dedicated to empowering women and teens to dream big and achieve great things in the tech space globally. It is great to have you. We're discussing women in tech.
Yes.
All right.
Good morning.
Good morning. Great to have you. How long have you been in tech, by the way?
Okay, so I started my career in tech about 10 years ago when tech was still quite new in Nigeria, and then especially in the startup environment, right? And then from there, I moved to a multinational, that's Oracle, you know, and then I took a career pause, you know, to raise my kids, which is every woman's dream, right? Okay. And thereafter, after having 3 kids, I realized that there was a huge gap in the tech ecosystem. A lot of women wanted to get into technology, but there was this notion that you had to code, right? You had to be engineering. And the truth is already women feel that technology is a is a male-dominated industry.
But it is.
It is. You also believe it is, right? But
I don't believe it is male-dominated. Yes, that's why I try to get more women involved.
Yeah, exactly. So it's male-dominated, and it's actually true, because think about going back to your high school where the women went to home economics, and then the men went to Introtech, right? You know, those biases were already forming. Yeah. You understand? So you just get to see few women maybe in engineering, in computer science, and now it has, you know, become a disaster. When you go to organizations and you move to the tech department, it's just male dominated. The world has changed. Yeah. It's no longer all of those abacus, gigantic, you know, technologies that we used to know before.
Growing up.
Everybody uses technology. Everyone leverages technology. Men, women, children. So it has to be flexible. It has to have like an element of a woman's perspective, wisdom, you know, the ideas and the innovation. That's, you know.
Okay, so what would it take now, from your own perspective? What would it take to get more women involved in tech? Is it a thing of the women themselves being afraid, or is it that opportunities are kind of skewed or biased towards the male? Okay,
so there's something called technophobia.
Okay.
So where a woman feels that tech is not for her, it's difficult. So especially for the area that I'm focused on, women getting back to work. The millennial mother who is so busy, right, who doesn't even have time to do much more complicated things because she has so much things on her hand, right? The baby boomer who probably is tired of her current career path and wants to move into another industry. So these women experience technophobia. But how do we get more women into tech? Number one, through awareness, just like this program, like this, making it enticing. So when I started the brand, you know, about 4.5 years ago, we had to tell a lot of stories. We had to share motivational stories. We had to tell them why we needed them to be part of it. And guess what? It's a leveler, right? It's something that I've seen cases where we've trained stay-at-home mothers who has never worked for 10 years. Probably they took a computer science course and their husband asked them not to work, right? Just take care of the children. I'm going to handle the family, you know, the family. And maybe, sadly, one of them, a spouse passed. And she had to upskill. She chose between, you know, maybe upskilling or maybe doing a random business. I was like, you study computer science for crying out loud. Why do you want to throw that away? And she upskilled. She took a practical tech course, and guess what? In few months, she landed a job. So the beauty about the industry is about what can you do? what can you do? You're a solution provider, right? So what can you do? How do we close that gap? Through upskilling, through education, and which is why we have Youth and Tech. So Youth and Tech is a cohort-based marketplace. We understand that every woman have their strengths and their weakness. For some, they like stakeholder management, right? An organization is innovating. They want to improve their processes. You understand? There's the strategic part of it. There's the part where I don't want to deal with stakeholders. I just want to be pressing my computer. So we have courses for that. So we have like over 20 courses on our platform where these women upskill. And then also the beauty about it is the community, right? Because there has to be consistency. You need to, follow up on each other. You need to write your certifications. You need to continue working on your case studies. You need to be in a community of like-minded people because, of course, iron sharpens iron. So basically, that's the beauty of technology. And guess what? As I was walking into the studio, I met one of our alumni, right? Okay. So she took a data governance course. So I'm like, oh, congratulations on your studio. I hope you guys are going digital. She said, oh, yes. And with digital comes what? Data. How do you analyze that data? How do you protect that data? How do you create policies around that data? She's armed with that knowledge already. So once you launch, she's able to latch into it. So for me, women in tech means, number one, economic mobility.
Okay.
Women are able to assess that opportunity. Just look at that. Imagine if she wasn't harmed. Probably nobody is going to know. But now she's going to probably set up that department in this great organization.
All right. So now you've spoken about women, yeah, but there was one thing you mentioned at the beginning now. How about girls, younger people? Because, like you said, there is that preconceived notion from when we're in school that, the sciences are for, it's harder for the guys, like you mentioned. Are you doing anything concerning the younger ones before they become women?
Yes.
From the young age where they can get into the industry and,
and
by the time...
when their mind is so innocent.
Exactly.
Right. So I wrote a fictional book called Jasmine Discovers Tech. Right? It's supposed to be like a guide for girls, for boys, right? To help them think, to help them know that there's another world out there. You understand? So we've distributed 10,000 copies around 10 states in Nigeria through our alumni because our alumni are everywhere. Okay. So we have that and we've been going to their schools, for talk to encourage them that, technology is not just about TikTok, you understand? You can even create something out of your pain, right? So that's what we did through the Jasmine Discovers Tech, the book that I wrote. And, it's been supported by friends and, families. And that way, we know that in the next few years, we will not be having discussions about women in tech and then just how do we get women in tech. Now we'll be talking about innovation.
Okay.
You understand? So that's one part that I didn't mention. So aside from upskilling, so what happens after upskilling? Because the foundation of everything is education. We want women innovating around issues peculiar to us.
To women?
Exactly.
Okay.
And what are the issues? For example, I lost my mom to ovarian cancer. And when she passed, I noticed that some of her friends said they did some things. They had some of the symptoms that she had, and I'm like, so how come you guys did not communicate that? But I feel that technology can close that knowledge gap. Okay. I feel that the next woman would not have to go through
what?
Through what she went through. Imagine if there's a course about a female body.
Okay.
What to expect at this particular age, what you should not do. There's that awareness. It cannot be done on WhatsApp. It cannot be done, it has to be scalable because we have the world's population is out for women. You understand? So we want women solving menopause, issues around menopause. I'm sure we all have mothers who are experiencing one form of illness or the other, and they can't even speak about it. You understand? Because that stigma is there already. Technology can help you scale.
Exactly. So women will understand themselves better. They can solve the problems that are unique to them when they understand that.
Exactly.
Wish we had more time, but we do have to wrap up. Thank you so much. And wishing you the best. Keep up doing what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, I get to sit there. It's that's it on our tech discussion this morning. We'll take a time out now. We will be back after this.
Welcome, welcome, welcome back, people, to the second half of the Wake Up Nigeria show. And as usual, it is packed. First half was really packed. Even the second half is going to be more than you can imagine.
And that's what we do on Thursdays as we have engaging conversations, performances. That was quite a performance there.
Yeah,
that we had
I loved
earlier
the
on.
rap.
Of course.
A different flavor. Absolutely loved it.
Where did you start to like rap?
Well, the calm ones.
Okay, the calm ones.
That he had the kind of rap that was soothing.
No, I like that, yeah. Of course, we've got something for you this morning. All you need to do is just stay tuned and we will deliver. Mary, okay, now, you were the one in the kitchen, yeah? But Mary is now there.
Yeah.
And what are you guys getting set this morning?
Chicken cheese sandwich.
Chicken cheese sandwich.
You have the chicken, you have
Mary,
the cheese.
Mary, what's up?
Huh? So it has white and dark chocolates there. And I'm wondering what it would taste like when you melt both to make a chocolate drink.
It tastes really good.
Wow.
Maybe when you taste it, you tell everyone how it tastes.
I can't wait to. And then the chicken is perfectly seared. The pan searing, it looks amazing. My goodness, it looks really good.
That's the beauty of good food.
Yeah, I can't wait to dig in. I really can't. Amen. Yeah,
Okay, we'll get to that. And we'll see how all of that plays. My name is Mike Messikeno.
And I am Emil Kocha. Remember, guys, that you can catch us live from anywhere in the world. Just head right to our website at tvcentertainment.tv.
GOTV 16, StarTimes 121, the ultra-high frequency terrestrial band 49. Hit us up also on social media. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC for engagement and, of course, for interaction.
Remember to use the hashtag, people. It's Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. Let's dive right into what we have in the second half of the show right here. We have some DIY tricks to learn from me. So what today we'll be talking about vision boarding. What are your goals for the year? Have you put them together? Well, I'll dive into how you can create your own vision board later on.
Okay. And then we'll wrap up the show with the book chat. The author is Dr. Michael Ogu, and the book is Career Surge. We'll be looking at that.
Career Surge. Love it.
Yes, I am.
And we are back. Thanks for staying with us. Welcome to the kitchen. If you're just joining us, you are welcome. This is Chef D. Rolls, right? And today he's rolling with us, right? He's rolling with the big girls, with the big guys. Just kidding. He's making chicken cheese sandwich with a cup of hot chocolate. Are you a hot chocolate lover? Are you a tea lover? Are you a coffee lover? Or cappuccino is your favorite? What's your favorite tea or choice of beverage? Let us know. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Also, how do you like your sandwich? Chicken, cheese, or just tuna? I love tuna sandwich.
Yes, I think the next time I'm going to make breakfast, I'll have to use tuna for you.
Oh, thank you so much. Right, so for our chicken cheese sandwich, let's run through the ingredients and then tell us where we're at.
Okay, so we have our avocado, we have our boiled egg, our bread, our cheese, tomato, perfectly stirred chicken breast.
Oh, okay.
Chocolate chips, we have our cream. It's called, you could call it the sandwich cocktail.
Okay.
Yes, and then you have your chocolate powder and your lettuce.
And your lettuce.
Yes.
So what are we about to do now?
Also now, I just want to grill the bread a
Okay.
bit. So when you're eating it, the cream doesn't pour out, or it just stays just strong. And then now I am going to cut my thin slices of tomatoes.
Okay. Look at that precision. Ooh. Okay. All right. Very perfectly sliced. Nice. Okay. So we're going to do that to all of the tomatoes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But, so you could actually do this maybe a day before.
Okay.
Yes, so you
Why?
don't have to go late to work.
Okay.
So you could just do this.
You could all just prep all the ingredients the night before so that
Yes.
you just wake up in the morning
and
just, you know, begin layering.
But not your eggs, though. Your eggs has to be
Yeah,
freshly
so let's
boiled
talk
in
about the
morning.
eggs for a minute. What
Yeah.
are we doing with the eggs? Are we mashing them?
We're
Are
also
we...
going to slice them into thin slices.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. I thought you were going to mash them up with the avocado.
Well, you could also do that.
Yeah.
I think that's another one. Mash it up with your avocado.
Yeah.
Add a bit of butter
Of the
to it.
butter or cream,
or the cream
to it, right?
Yes, and then
just give it some nice...
Exactly, and then you just
just put it on your bread.
That's perfect.
And you're good to go.
I should take classes with you sometime.
Thank you, thank you. I would love it. I would love it. Anything food, call me.
I will. Especially when it has to do with cheese.
Oh, especially when it has to do with cheese.
Yes, so when you have your Alfredo pasta.
Ooh, I love Alfredo pasta, by the way. It's my favorite pasta.
It has
And talking about
cheese
pasta, I
in
had
it.
pasta yesterday.
Okay.
So there's this concussion spaghetti.
Yes.
We used to make in school during
Okay.
my university days, right? We would just whip up everything together,
Okay.
and then I had a can of sardines. I was craving it yesterday.
Okay.
And
Did you
then
make
there was
it?
a way I would cook, there's a way I would cook mine
Yeah.
where I would allow it burn.
Oh, okay.
Right, so it gave it that smoky taste.
Taste,
Oh, oh my gosh, I did it yesterday,
Yeah.
and it just took me back. Just took me back.
So
to
what's
these
your best
days.
food? Something that has to do with cheese, I guess.
Oh yeah, pasta.
So that would be Alfredo pasta.
Right? Alfredo
Great.
pasta. That's my favorite cheese meal, and pizza too.
Okay.
Even though I know that our pizzerias right here in this country, they are not generous with their cheese.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't blame them, but I'm sure.
I know.
So this is your bread.
Okay, so it's been, so if you don't have a grill maker, there's something else you can use,
Yeah, you could
right?
just use your pan. You could just use your normal pan, your normal non-stick
yeah,
pan,
and just
add a bit of butter to it.
okay,
and, then
and just
you're good to go.
Fantastic.
So you have your cream to it.
So you want to remind us what's in the cream again?
Yeah, so you have your mayonnaise, your ketchup, your black pepper, your chili, and then honey.
Oh, fantastic. So honey to give it that extra sweetness.
Yes.
Never thought you could add honey to your cream. I'm going to try
Yeah,
that.
you have to. Then you could just put a bit of lemon to it, just in
to
case.
activate
Yes.
the flavor.
Yeah, so there's a food profile for every meal.
Okay.
So you have to have the sweets, a bit of sour, a bit of heat to it, and also everything just
Gives it
balances
that balance. Fantastic.
So you have your bread,
Okay.
and you have your
Lettuce. Okay.
and you have your eggs.
Aha, nice. That looks good. Coming together very nicely. Where does the avocado go in?
It goes on top.
Are we putting the whole avocado or we're going to
no,
mash it?
I'm also going to slice it.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Then you have your tomatoes.
Okay.
So is it pronounced tomatoes or tomatoes?
Tomatoes, all of them. You see? Potato.
Yeah. And then,
Okay.
then you have your chicken.
Oh, those are healthy looking tomatoes, by the way.
Yes, they are.
Ah, look
So
at
everything
that.
about breakfast, just like you said, has to be really healthy. Yes, that's what it's called.
I
So
love
have to take
it.
This off.
Yeah.
This is almost ready.
Okay, so I see that you're not grilling both sides of the bread. You're just
No,
grilling
just
one
side.
Okay.
Yes. Then you now have your
Avocado.
avocados.
That looks yummy already. My mouth is watering, people.
Oh, it's almost ready.
Love it.
Take this.
If I was putting the cream on the bread, I'll be very generous with it.
Well, you have cheese.
You already have
going on
cheese.
it.
Oh, yeah. You have your
yes.
cheese going
you have
on
your cheese
that.
going on it
Yeah.
already.
So,
But I could add some extra cream just for you.
oh, thank you so much, Diro. Such a darling, isn't it? All right, people, if you're just joining us, you are welcome to the kitchen. This is Chef D-Roll, and this morning he's making chicken cheese sandwich, and we're having this with a cup of hot chocolate. I know breakfast is going to be on another level this morning. What are you having for breakfast? Let us know. Reach out to us on all our social media platforms. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Let us give you great ideas. We always give great ideas for your perfect morning recipe, right? So we have sandwich one ready to go. Ready to go into my mouth.
Ready to go.
Yummy.
Yeah, tempting me to dance.
Oh, please, let's dance. It's food.
Just made me forget the cream.
Oh, sorry about that. I was going to ask, like, why aren't you going to spread the cream on the bread?
It was the dance that confused me.
Oh, so sorry, so sorry.
But it was really nice.
Yeah, dancing while food is, we are making food. Yeah, food gives joy.
Yes, it does.
It gives life.
It does. It does. So I'm wondering, when people say, oh, I don't like cooking, I don't like the kitchen, and I'm wondering, I'm like, so what do you want to be doing?
I don't want to do anything. They want to eat sand.
But imagine having this breakfast in bed. So that's a good thing about chefs. The only breakfast we serve is in bed, not the breakup.
I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing there. So Chef Dirol is selling himself. Date a chef today so that you can be having breakfast in bed, not breakfast. Not the other kind of breakfast.
No, not the other kind of
Yeah.
breakfast.
He's such a lover boy. You'd love him. Okay. All right. That's coming together very nicely. Well done.
Thank you.
So I would think that
Yes.
for the eggs, you can
Yeah.
use, can you make like different kinds of eggs? It depends on what you
Yes.
like. You can make it scrambled, you can make it sunny side up, you can make it omelets.
So I would advise either you're boiling it or
Okay.
you're making the sunny side up. Yeah, why? Reason is because when you make the scrambled egg, when you're eating it,
It
may
falls
just,
off,
yes.
yeah. But with the
we
sunny
do that.
side up,
with the sunny side up,
It's
just
creamy, it has the juice in it. Ooh.
especially when you make it perfectly well.
Yeah, yeah. I make really good sunny side up.
I told you I should have a class with you.
Please,
like, I
let's
should
make
come
it
to your
happen. Let's
kitchen.
make it happen. If cooking is on your goals for this year, myself as Chef D-Roll will be, So just look out
Okay.
for us on our social media platforms. We have some cooking teaching classes.
No, she's going to be the head chef though. I'm just going to be the student.
Oh no, we are going to be teachers. And then you be the student. So now for our hot chocolate.
Yes, for the hot chocolate. So I have the chocolate powder. You could use cocoa powder if you like.
Okay.
Yes, you could use cocoa powder, but I made my own chocolate powder myself.
Okay.
Dried it or blended it. And
Okay.
then just got the powder.
Nice.
So I'm going to add into water.
So the water is really hot, right?
Yes,
Okay.
because it has to melt the chocolate chips.
Okay.
So that's fine. Then you have your chocolate chips to it.
Okay, and then we're just going to allow it melt.
Yes.
And our hot chocolate is ready.
Is ready.
Fantastic. And that's it. Breakfast is ready and served, and we are good to go. We'll take a quick break, people. The show continues in a bit. Stay with us. We are finally making our debut in the new studio set here with our DIY. Yay! Can I hear the drum rolls? I can hear it in my head, and that's okay. Yes. You see? Are you happy now? Are you happy?
You asked for drum roll. You are difficult to please. Oh. She asked for drum roll. I gave it
Anyways, Mary is joining me. Thank you so much.
to observe, by the way.
Oh, no, she's not just observing. She is going to be a part
Hey,
and
you
parcel
just want to give me
of
work.
this. Is not work. I'm helping you as well. Yes. So are you familiar with the Bible verse that talks about write your vision and make it plain upon tablets? So we are going to be creating vision boards this morning. What is your goal for the year?
My goal is to end the year.
Okay, so
my gratitude last year was I made the end of the year. We can't shout too much.
right,
Can
right.
can
But
we
then,
request?
the idea of vision boarding is basically just creating the life that you want.
Absolutely.
And it's basically just a representation of your goals and aspirations using images and words. So it sort of motivates you. It helps you focus on whatever your goals are. So just seeing them and just,
They
it
just
constantly
motivate you.
reminds you
Yeah.
that, oh, okay, I need to work towards this. This was my vision board for last year.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
What's on it?
So for last year, I was focusing on I did not get
Healthy
the
eating.
body, but we tried. Yes, healthy eating, we did well. Making more impact, we did that last year. It was my year of gratitude and ease, right? Yes, so we'd go right into it. But then let us, so all you need basically is, it's just very simple. So you can actually, if you can get this canvas, you can, to frame it, and just, it depends on how you want it. But this morning you could also use cardboard papers, right? So you have one.
Oh no.
Yes, and I'll have one as well, right? So you get your pair of scissors. So what we did was basically just research online. So for example, if your goals for this year is fitness, exercising, diet, so you go online, research for pictures or images of someone drinking a lot of water or eating healthy. All you just need to do is, once you've researched that, take it to your local business center, print it out, and just, cut them into, shapes and sizes. Yeah, this is of
vegetables and fruits.
Yeah, so you're eating healthy this year, by the special grace of God Almighty, right? So you get your gum, and I am just going to stick this to the cardboard. It's very easy, so you go first.
Okay, so you can have a good laugh, right? No problem.
It's very easy to make. It's not difficult.
I know.
Right. So what are your goals this year, really?
Okay, so this year I want to explore more. So
I've been doing travel, right?
So traveling, maybe not this year.
Okay.
I actually intend to travel soon, by God's grace. I'm not one for relocation.
Okay.
So relocation is not on my mind right now. But then you know what they say: man proposes, God disposes.
Yeah.
So if anything like that comes up, maybe. But
So
I'm not actively looking.
One of my goals this year is to travel the world. I really want to explore more countries this year. So I have an image of an airplane in the sky.
Nice.
That's my goal. So
I'm just
going
not traveling to not come back.
Madam, don't air me. Don't air me. That's not the essence of this vision boarding, right? So I'm just going to stick this here. So you see, it's very easy. And so if you are hoping to graduate this year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yes, especially when universities are showing you paper.
Anyway.
You're like, this year, it will not pass me.
It will not pass you by,
It
yes.
reminds me of when I wanted to graduate too. Like, I was so sure I was going to graduate in 2009.
And then
the school did like this. Bombastic
what you see versus what you get.
It was January 2010.
Oh, can you imagine?
In fact,
so yeah, so I'm just going to stick this. I'm not graduating this year, but so I'll just leave this.
I don't understand. Maybe I could go for
another degree, right? Right. I'm going for another degree. Come to think of it, that's
I don't intend to go for
I'm
any
actually
degree. I'm
going
tired
for
of
another
school.
degree.
Please.
I am tired, but I'm actually hoping to go for another degree.
15 years
yeah,
ago.
but then so one of my goals this year is to speak on a global stage.
Nice.
Yeah, so I got an image of a lady on a global stage. TED. Being a TED speaker is on my goals this year.
Okay, so since I have
an
image like that, one of my is to preach on a global stage. So.
Like spread the gospel of Jesus.
Yes,
that's
spread the gospel of sanity, actually. A lot of people, have serious mental health issues.
Right.
And they don't even realize it.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's actually a good one. And then there's so many things that I also want to speak on. I actually started a video.
Oh, I saw that.
But I've not posted it yet. I've shot quite a number. So maybe I'll just take the bold step and post
and just do it, right? Yes. So now that you have created your vision board, it just basically also helps you to manifest visually, some of those things that you want to do. So just sticking it to a corner of your, it could be in front of your mirror, it could be, on your wardrobe wall, it could be on your room wall, it could even be on your bathroom wall, right? So it just constantly reminds you that, this is your focus for the year. You need to work towards it.
This one I need. So
drinking of
year
water.
in, year out, I keep reminding myself to drink more water.
Yeah.
And I don't. I wish this one was the biggest. This year, I'm going to make extra efforts to drink a lot more water.
Fantastic.
One way or the other. So I need
there
this
you
one.
go.
I definitely need this one.
So one of the things that really helped us, or helped me personally last year, was affirmations. I am big on affirmations. I think it, I visualize it, and then I speak it. Because you just never know. There are so many forces in the air that, you know, just speak it into the universe and allow the universe just to manifest it.
That's true.
So I am unstoppable. That's a big one. This is my favorite, you know, affirmation. I am unstoppable.
Let me see what else you have.
It just basically reminds me. And there's one here that talks about how to kickstart your day, bold, brave, thrilling, energized, refreshed, just so that the traffic on the road does not overwhelm you and then you find yourself filled with rage in the morning. This constant reminder, you know, helps you to stay positive for the day. And so for those of you who are looking to get married this year,
this year is our year. Yes, it's our year.
yes. So
happy married life.
Where's the pregnancy one though?
I don't understand.
Yeah. So
you want someone married before they get belly? Abi, why are you jumping the gun?
Yeah, and then one of my goals this year basically is, we have started that journey, but it was one of my goals for last year. If you want to be a boss woman, you know, you want to sit in your own office in the comfort of your office, you know, just sipping your cup of coffee and just, you know, doing things, you know, in that space. So yeah, if you want to be a successful woman or man this year, just, you know, I have this, I'm just going to stick it on here.
So this is giving me ideas, like being able to travel
family
with
vacation,
family.
right?
However, this is probably something I would like to do.
With the girls.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny how I actually almost missed this because I plan on going on a girls' trip in the first quarter of this year.
Nice.
Right.
What
so
was the
destination?
It's
some African country.
I have a feeling I know what you're up to. You want to go somewhere that you can be all hot and happy with yourself. And
isn't that
when
the essence? Oh, please, this year is my soft girl era.
Ekpele. No vex, ma'am.
It's my soft girl era. So yes, I am manifesting girls' trip. And we're going to have it. And we're going to do it.
We'll do it. Don't
right.
worry. It'll
So
be done.
right. So now that you have an idea of how to create
this is
your
the last
own
one I'm
vision,
going to add
what's that?
Before we go off, but I'm definitely adding more.
What's that?
This says, I attract abundance and prosperity with ease.
Yes,
and I'm positive that that is what is going to happen to me this year. 2025 is my year of prosperity.
Right. Right. Yes, we are getting it this year. So now you have an idea of how to create your own vision board. You see, it's very easy. It's not difficult at all. Just, you know, channel your inner, you know, power and just create what you want to see this year and just go after it. It's not too late. I personally have not even created mine for the year yet because I like to pace myself in the beginning of the year.
Yeah,
but you still have time
to
do that. It's still January if you haven't done that already. And thank you so much, Mary, for doing this with me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm glad I could. As a matter of fact, I should probably do this more often year in, year out.
Yes, you should. Yes, you should. I'm looking at also putting together like a vision boarding, you know, like a nice vision boarding party.
See, this is mine right now.
Ah, nice.
Yes, so I'm still happy.
So this year you're eating healthy.
Amen.
Speaking on a global stage.
Amen.
Drinking a lot of
Oh,
water.
Lord, amen.
And attracting abundance and prosperity.
Oh,
with ease.
that's the way to go.
Yes.
See that?
I was looking for the pregnancy one though, but
avoid me. It's like they sent this girl to me.
All right, that's it on our DIY for today. I would like you all to please reach out to us if you created your own vision, but it has really helped to set your goals and dreams for the year. Let us know. Want to see those pictures, those videos, send them to us on all our socials. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. I would really love to see them. And that's it for now, people. The show continues shortly. Stay with us.
You're watching Wake Up Nigeria, and it's time for a book chat. Today, we have Dr. Michael Ogu, a certified global talent management leader and an associate certified coach with the International Coaching Federation. A fellow of multiple institutes, Dr. Ogo is also an accomplished author of 6 books, sharing his strategic insights and passion for developing others. It's such a pleasure to have you in the studio with us. How are you doing?
I'm very well. Thank you so much, Mary.
Awesome. So usually we do book chats, but today we have books chats because we are reviewing 3 books. And the reason for this is because there are 3 volumes. So we have volume 1, we have volume 2, and then we have volume 3. Now, these are books focused on your growth, starting from, it's called Career Surge, by the way. So Career Surge, igniting and accelerating your journey to the top. And the first book has to do with the foundational principles you need to have. The second has to do with the growth principles. So when you have your foundation right, then you talk about growth. And then finally, the value creation and impact principles, which is when you've grown and then you're now sharing your knowledge and impacting on others. I wonder, what inspired this trilogy?
Wow. So 3 years ago, I did a research on people who had built successful
Wait, you wrote these books in less than 3 years?
So I actually used 18 months to write the books, but the research started 3 years ago. And I was conducting a research on people who had built successful careers. And from my research, I found a common thread. What was that common thread? They were applying the same set of principles to build their successful careers. And I now put those principles into 3 buckets: the foundational principles, 7 of them, the growth principles, 7 of them, and then the value creation and impact principles, 7 of them. So that was what informed the trilogy.
21 principles in all.
Yes.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about each sets. Let me put it that way. So we'll start from the volume 1. And so volume 1, talking about the foundational principles. Now, I like the fact that when you were composing, putting things together on the book, you ensured that you were very clear on what each meant and what each serves to achieve as well. So let's talk about the principle of identity. The fact that you chose that as the first principle made me know that, okay, this guy knows what he's about, because the first step to actually realizing your goals is to identify who you are, what you represent, and if you do not know your self-identity, it's usually difficult for you to identify with anything else. So let's talk about the principle of identity and clarity. What are the fastest ways to achieve those?
Great question. So the principle of identity is the bedrock upon which the other 20 principles stand upon.
Yeah.
And I often say to people, your identity is not tied to your bank account, is not tied to your accomplishments,
Absolutely.
is not tied to who you are as a person. Your identity is rooted in your beliefs and your values.
Yeah.
That's what your identity is rooted in. And when we talk about clarity, clarity is having a clear goal. And I'm excited that when the previous session happened, we talked about vision boarding. You must be clear about your goals and your vision.
Absolutely.
Where do you see your career turn out? So the principles of identity and clarity are pretty much the foundational principles that set the tone for the other principles across the trilogy.
Okay, so now let's talk about strategy. So when I saw strategy in foundational, a part of me was like, okay, should strategy be in growth? But then, of course, you have to strategize to achieve your goals before you can even start growing.
Exactly.
Because sometimes people believe that you have to get to a particular stage before you can go, start making certain plans. Tell me more about that.
So the principle of strategy now helps you to put the course of action. So you have a goal. How do you achieve that goal? That's what the principle of strategy does. And much more importantly, in the principle of strategy, I talk about the strategy you devise to navigate the 6 phases of your career. Every individual's career goes through 6 phases.
Please run us through them.
The learning phase, the value delivery
Which sometimes
phase.
takes a very long time.
Yes, exactly. It pretty much could take 6 to 7 years.
Yeah.
So the learning phase, the value delivery phase, the earning phase, the visibility phase, the legacy and giving back phase, then the exit and winding down phase. So the principle of strategy helps you to put together a roadmap or an action plan
Across
to
the
navigate those 6 stages to help you achieve your career goals, following from the principle of clarity.
Now, from identity to clarity, we have strategy. Now, personality is another thing, because when I saw personality, I was like, but we just dealt with identity. Could you separate those two for me?
Two similar psychological constructs, but they are different. Your personality is how your identity is expressed in relationships. Absolutely. So how you interact with people, how your identity interacts with people is your personality.
The manifestation of your identity.
Exactly. So how people show up. And I often say that people's personality is how they show up. It's the expression of your identity through human relationships or human interactions.
Then there's intentionality, opportunity, spirituality, which influences many people as well as their decisions. Tell us about those three.
So in the principle of intentionality, I created a model called the career intentionality model that has 4 components: lifelong learning, intellectual humility, optimistic attitude, and of course what I call prevention of career obsolescence. So when you understand the model, it will help you be intentional about your career. Then of course the principle of opportunity helps you to recognize opportunities, whether they are hidden opportunities or advertised opportunities. And of course the principle of spirituality helps you to stay anchored to who you are and ensure that you can then express yourself as a being who is connected to a higher source of wisdom.
Absolutely. Okay, so now let's talk about the volume 2, because there's a lot to learn from there. This one actually has to do with, okay, you started, now you're building character, responsibility, capability, capacity, mastery, agility, tenacity, and accuracy. The one that really struck me there was the agility. And I remember seeing a photo that, this is it.
Yeah.
That had to do with somebody, and I'm like, please tell us more about this particular volume.
All right. So volume 2 builds on volume 1. And in the principle of agility, I share with career professionals and individuals how to ensure that you are not rigid in your career approach. Because if you are rigid, what will happen to you is what we call career obsolescence, where you are not staying up to date, you cannot pivot easily. So the principle of agility says you must pay attention to factors around your career environment that will help you pivot when there are changes. But I also like to talk about the principle of capacity and capability, because they are very important principles in volume 2. People often say they are the same thing. They are not. So let me use 2 bottles of water to explain the difference between capacity and capability. Now, if you take 2 bottles of water, one 500 milliliters, the other one 750 milliliter, in terms of functioning, which is capability, they have the same capability, which is to hold water. But in terms of capacity, they don't have the same capacity. One can take 500 milliliter less, one can take more, 750 milliliters. So the principles of capacity and capability are intertwined. They work hand in hand such that while you build capability, you can also build capacity to take on more responsibilities as you advance in your career.
Now, we have to head straight to the kitchen, but I need to talk about volume 3 quickly, which talks about energy, velocity, quality, productivity, synergy, visibility, and the last one, legacy, which of course is what is the peak of your ladder, so to speak, of success. So could you quickly run us through those?
Interesting. So the volume 3, which is the apex volume, I often say that your greatest legacy does not lie in what you have accumulated. Your greatest legacy lies in your investment in people. So the principle of legacy shows the career professional who has risen to a certain level of success how to reproduce that success in people. But very important for me in volume 3 is the principle of quality. How do you ensure that you deliver quality work such that you can get recognition and accolades for your work? That's what the principle of quality does. And I like to quickly touch on the principle of synergy, which shows you how to build relationships that will help you advance your career. Now, the principle of synergy is built on what I call the gifts model. no successful career is achieved in isolation.
Yeah.
And if you understand how to build relationships, relationships will give you
I really
gifts.
wish we could continue this conversation, especially to make reference to the Omashola example you gave as well. A lot to learn, really. But hey, Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3 of Career Surge, Igniting and Accelerating Your Journey to the Top. That's a book you need to, or rather a series of books you need to get. We're heading to the kitchen now for breakfast, myself and Dr. Ugo. Okay, so I hope you don't mind. No. You'd like to have breakfast with us, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so let's head to the kitchen. I can't wait to dig into that sandwich. It looks really nice.
Yes.
Please come with me.
Beautiful. He should have just made us his backup singers. We would have gladly
but I still want this breakfast.
Nicely done, Mary. Welcome to the kitchen. This is Chef D-Roll, and this morning he's made for you chicken cheese sandwich with hot chocolate. So please, would like you to dig in. A lot of love went into this breakfast.
I can
as
see.
you can see.
Nice.
Right.
Oh my.
Okay, so you want to make your... Do you need help?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's move this forward. Ah,
Oh.
that is some rich hot
Very rich
chocolate.
Hot
Goodness.
chocolate.
Oh, it's so creamy. It's so yummy. I can feel the richness and the thickness
for
of
a
it.
chocolate lover like myself, I'm like,
Okay.
I know, right?
It looks good.
And then the cream.
Nice.
It's very creamy.
This man knows how to enjoy his breakfast.
I mean,
He made his hot chocolate.
You can. Are you a coffee lover, tea lover, or chocolate?
I'm a chocolate lover, hot chocolate.
Oh, no wonder.
Fantastic.
Nice.
All right.
Goodness.
So let's dive into the chicken cheese sandwich. I hope you're a breakfast person.
I am.
Oh, fantastic.
It actually helps my writing process.
Oh, nice. Good for
Nice.
you then.
Okay.
Wow.
Absolutely.
This is amazing. Thank you, Chef.
Chef D-Roll.
Thank you so much, Chef
Well
D-Roll.
done.
Thank
well
you.
done.
Thank
And
you.
to all our
Wonderful
guests
show.
for being on the show
Yeah.
today, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Most importantly, you at home watching. We wouldn't be here without you. Thank you so much. The show continues tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it
Same
does.
time tomorrow. I was going to say we're going to go a quick break, but hey, it's a wrap of the show. We had so much fun. Have a great day ahead.
Bye.
Bye-bye.